Apple. 3 a.m.
You know what? Word on the street is Daughters of Khaine aren't doing so hot. Let's find out why, shall we? There she is, Tay Rathy, right on the cover. Battle traits. Girl. Thanks for the huge Luca girl. Appreciate the big emote. Aren't they doing like fine? Let's see. Let's back up my words with data. No, they're fine. 51%, they're fine. I'm sorry. I must have been thinking of Seraphon or something. Alright, 1,000 pardons, Daughters of Khaine, for implying that you guys weren't doing well, for once. Pardon me. They're doing fine, 51%. They're in the zone. All out S laughter, once per battle, any combat phase, and it seems like the first time I read it, I'm like, yeah, once per battle. And you pick a thing, and then you use 2 fight abilities, but that's it. However, it's not once per battle. It's once per battle per unit that uses it. Very confusingly written. Very counterintuitively written. But they do, that is the system that they're using. And if you fine-tooth comb through the rules in 2 different places, you will realize that's how it works. And at least they're consistent. Well, they're not consistent in the way they write that, because we looked at the Stormcast one, it's written differently, but it's different in a... Anyway, don't worry about it. It's once per unit per battle. Rip the Relaxo piano. Yeah, too many people complained about it. And I don't normally take requests, but... No fun piano. Although that 75-hour video is going to have a lot of the piano anyway, so maybe it doesn't matter. They get blood rights. These things are cumulative, as far as I recall. Yep, the effects of all previous battle rounds also apply. So on round 1, you get +1 to run rolls, not bad. Some of your guys run in charge, if I recall correctly. +1 to charge rolls, also not bad, because that's just a good bonus, and as mentioned, you do have runs and charges. Zealots Rage, add 1 to hit rolls. Now we're talking free all-out attacks, army-wide, for everything. You always have all-out attack on Battle Round 3. And then if the game is still happening in 4 and 5, which a lot of times it's not, you add a +1 to wound rolls, that's good, and you add +1 to attack characteristic, which is like crazy, but it happens on Battle Round 5, and most games are over before then, so... Fair enough. Table's good. It's got kind of a slow burn to it, but fine. These are about getting you places. These are about doing well once you're there. Skaith Coven. Seed of the Skaithborn. If the unmodified charge roll for a friendly Malusai or Kinnerai unit is 8, they have strike first. I don't like it, because it's random, and it's like a win more thing. But strike first is really good, especially on the opponent's turn, if you can do it. Maybe you're using some Melusai. Kinnerai really aren't for fighting, necessarily, but are hey, alright. Shadow Patrol, which is dumb. This is a dumbass name. I'm thinking about like a Daughter of Khaine with cyberpunk glasses. Shadow Patrol. And like a pistol. Anyway, big friendly Daughters of Khaine infantry unit that is not in combat. Roll die, 3 up, teleport. Alright, your movement phase, teleport any infantry as long as they're not in combat anywhere. 3 up though, but it's kind of free, not bad. Slightly better with the +1 to charge, so you can, maybe you need an 8 to do it, something. Anyway, teleports are cool. Still, the problem with this thing is it's not like you're gonna, maybe you are, but it sucks to choose a battle tactic and then get to your move phase and fail the roll, and now the battle tactic auto fails. Like, that's an awkward position to be in. Cauldron Guard, once per turn army, end of any turn. Pick up to 3 dock infantry or war machines that are in combat, end of turn. You can pile in and then pick an enemy unit in combat and roll a bad D3. Okay. Slaughter Troop. Once per turn army reaction, you declare charge ability for a friendly Daughter King elf unit. A elf unit. Once per turn army reaction. Change 1 of the die in the charge roll to a 4. Well, I like that. That's pretty good. It has to be elf unit though. So Melisai can strike first if they get the natty 8 up. Any infantry can teleport, but only sometimes if you roll. But in a way that doesn't really necessarily lend itself to BTs, because you got to choose them pretty early. Or you virtually don't fail charges ever for elves. Alright, you have some choices here. I don't know what dock players use, but you have some choices. Heroic traits. Although, I gotta say, I remember when they said that the battle formations wouldn't be so locked to units, and then everything is keyworded, so... I thought they were supposed to be about playstyle, but whatever, I guess. Hero traits. Master of Poisson. End of any turn, pick an enemy unit that had any damage points allocated to it this turn by this unit's combat attacks. For the rest of the battle, that cannot be healed. Silver Bullet. Unslain models cannot be returned to the target unit. Silver Bullet. Alright, we got a big old Silver Bullet here. This would be cool if you could choose these things at deployment. End of any turn, bathed in blood. Then again, like, your hero has to, like, damage stuff. I don't know if that's ever happening. Bathed in blood. Heal 3 if it's in combat. Again, this is a hero. Marathi's gonna be in combat. I don't know about anyone else. Zealous Orator. If a friendly unit wholly within 12 uses rally. Alright. I mean, probably that one. Probably this one. It's the only one that doesn't need your foot-ass hero to be in combat. Once per battle, your hero phase. Friendly Hag Priest, wholly within 12. Give that unit D6 ritual points. Oh, you're going for a combo, are you? How many priests do you normally run? Once per battle. Or Crown of Heywoah. Subtract 2 from the control scores of enemy units. Don't name me after something this bad. I rescind this. Once per battle, your movement 7-fold shadow. If this unit is not in combat or move from battlefield, oh, just teleport. Right. Once per battle again. I don't like their traits or artifacts. These aren't fun. I really don't like their traits or artifacts in dock. Don't like them at all. Spell lore. Steed of Shadows. And it's a 5. Target can use charge even if it ran. Alright, unlimited run and charge. Sure, pretty easy to cast too. Doomfire. Enemy unit within 12. Boo. And a 7. Not great. If the target unit is fewer than 10 models, D3 mortal damage on the target. If it has 10 to 19, D6. If it has 20 or more, 6. This is the Thunder Tusk ability. Sorry you had this. Sorry you got that. That shit sucks. Your hero phase Mind Razor 8. Okay. This is really hard to cast in this army. That's annoying. It always has been 8, but add 1 to rend. In addition, if it charged, add 1 to damage. Okay, so you either are going to do damage, shitloads of damage, or Mind Razor fails, and it's nothing. It's a really, really, really strong buff that is kind of unlikely to work, and it's a linchpin thing. I don't know that I like the dynamic of it. Sacrament of Blood, 5. Pick a visible friendly those can unit within 12. Until the start of your next turn. Add 1 to the current battle round number when determining which effects on the Blood Rights table apply to the target. Cool. If the chanting roll was 10 up until the start of your next turn, treat the current battle round as just 5. Cool. That's fun. And it's unlimited. 5 is rough for that. And you have to pick one guy for it. I like increasing the battle round thing, but this is hard to do. I guess it's funny when it's 10 up and they get 5. Like, that's cool. I don't love it. How many priests do you have again? I guess we'll look. Martyr's Sacrifice. Goes can unit holding 12. Till the start of your next turn, each time model in the target unit is slain, before removing it, you can pick an enemy and roll a die. If the chanting roll was 8 up, roll 2 instead of 1 for each. Okay, you get murder rolls, essentially. You get the corn murder rolls, except on a prayer. We run 3 priests if we're including Cthulhu. Okay. Alright. 3 priests is a proper amount of priests to, like, get something out of these, I think. Covenant of the Ironheart. Ignore negative modifiers to target's control score until the start of your next turn, whatever. In addition, if the chanting roll is 8, add 5 to control score, whatever. Maybe this matters sometimes, but hey, alright. I like the Blood Rights thing. I like that effect. I had to read the second half of this just to see if it still only affected the target on 10 up. I thought maybe when you get a 10 it affects everybody or some ridiculous thing, but no. No. Okay. Murder rolls are kind of funny. Morathi Khaine. Your hero phase, cast on a 7. Mirror Dance, plays 2 tokens, and then hot swap the hard drives. That Sada. The Sada Shadow Queen. The Sada Queen. One soul, 2 bodies. Ooh. And then +1 to casting rolls. Alright. You're going to need that +1 to casting rolls on account of having to get an 8. Wizard 3, big wizard. Seems like you just have to play with her. I think they, like, gave up. And it's just like, look, if you want to play Morathi, then you're playing Daughters of Khaine. And if you don't like Morathi, then don't play then don't play Daughters of Khaine. Maybe that's how it works. This is the Shadow Queen. I can't defeat her. She's not too good. I just have problems with her. I'm just not consistent enough to get the job done. There's always that one turn where a charge roll fails or a 2-up D3 thing doesn't work. I can never do 3 to her every single turn. Some die roll or some misplay or something always gets me. And the Shadow Queen just slowly devours 1v1 all my guys. I can't ignore her because she's faster than me and flies. And I can't kill her. But, hey, it sucks to suck. She's cool. Ironheart of Khaine, she can't die. Fury of the Shadow Queen, pick an enemy unit in combat with this through the target, roll D3, 2 up, inflict an amount of mortal damage equal to the roll. If anyone's slain, she gets +1 attacks. Oh, not just her. It's Kinnerai and Melusai, but not her. Okay, interesting. Does that matter? Yeah, I guess it could. You could put those guys there. Anyway, she fucks shit up. I'm sure if you play this army, it's one of those classic things, right? This happens all the time with classes and things like that. Where you play Daughters of Khaine. And when you're playing Daughters of Khaine, the Shadow Queen dies as soon as she possibly can legally die every time. Your opponent just gets her every fucking game. But when I play against Daughters of Khaine, she might as well not have any health, because she's just going to live for the whole game and then the game will be over. And that's that. It's the duality of the unit, you know. When you're playing it, damn, if she doesn't get got all the time. And then when I'm playing against it, I simply cannot do 3 to her every turn. Rain or shine, can't do it. And she survives the whole game and wins it. It's unfair and broken and non-interactive when you do it, but if I do it, it's awesome. Yeah, kind of like that. No, I still think it's awesome when they do it. It's objectively sweet when they do it. I just lose to it, that's all. But it's like, it's cool. Cthulhu the Crone Seer. 1 priest. She fly. Infantry Lady. Is it the foot hero? Staff of Morai Heg. 6-5-12. Burnt offerings. Once per turn any hero phase. If this unit is within the combat range of a friendly Cauldron of Blood, pick a visible friendly Daughters of Khaine elf, non-hero infantry unit, wholly within 18 of this unit to be the target. It's a lot of word salad, but I know what they mean by it. And then you roll a die, and then on a 2-up, pick one of the following until starting. Enemy units cannot use commands while they're in combat with the target. The target non-hero infantry unit wholly within 18. Prophecy of Silence is strong. Prophecy of Dank Wings. Target can use normal move as if it were your movement phase. That unit counts as having used a run ability. For the rest of the turn while the target is contesting, subtract 10 from control score. That do not have hero or monster. Weird, okay. Weird stuff. Murder of Crows 4. Pick a visible enemy unit with an 18. D3 chanting roll was 8. D6 instead. Mortal damage equal to roll. In addition, if the roll exceeds the target's health characteristics, subtract 1 from hit rolls for the target's attacks. Oh, nice. This is cool. Notice how it's not a shit roll, right? It's not the 2-up, nothing happens on a 1 thing. It's just, hey, it does that much and then it might do something else. Cool. Cthulhu. Why isn't she up here? Is she down here? Hello? Oh, am I looking for a K instead of a C? I am looking for a K instead of a C. 190. Yeah, that is kind of on the cusp, right? Because she's only a priest 1 and 190 is kind of high. And she wants you to be playing with Cauldrons of Blood, but she's like good. 18's decent for this. I see why you say if they're using Cthulhu. Kind of cool. Bloodrack Shrine. Can there not be 3 different shrines that are all kind of the same? Or of Agony Hero Phase, D2 up D3 things, Bladed Impact. 2 up D3, okay, it's Mr. 2 up D3 is the name of the game here. Each time this unit attacks with its stare, if the attack scores a hit, roll a number of dice equal to the number of models in the target unit 5 up. Cannot pick the same enemy unit to be the target more than once per phase. Yeah, but it has 1 attack. I guess you could get a bonus to that somehow, fair enough. Shoot in combat too. Oh, Hordebreaker thing, neat. End times model, please understand, I guess. No, I understand. They somehow gave us 6 different, like, beast claw monsters, right? So I guess everybody has to have a million very similar versions of the same thing. I get it. This is just a Bloodwrack Shrine. Oh, but it's still a hero. 240. What's a wizard? This shit's a wizard. Neat. Melisai Iron Scale, the lady. Keldra Saith. 12, 2, 3, 1, 2, blah, blah. Crit Mortal, hey. That'll happen once, a fight, maybe. You can reroll charge rolls for Melisai while they're holier than 12. And then she has the fight thing, but it comes with a free all-out attack. Or no, it comes with a +1 attacks characteristic. That's extra good. That's good enough, you might play this. Oh. Okay. Dare I ask if it's free? It's not. If you're trying to play snakes, I guess. And again, you have to fight with her, which is super annoying to trigger that. But it is +1 attacks. And you do get reroll charges. And then what was that thing? Unmodified charge roll 8 up. Strike first. So, normally I wouldn't like that because it's a little random, but you do get to reroll that for free. As long as you're wholly within her. Steel, it's unlikely to get an 8 up, but maybe a 50-50. Okay. Hag Queen on Cauldron. She passes out a once per turn army. Any hero phase, though. 3 up, ward 5 for the rest of the turn. Priest 1. Add 1 save rolls, friendly Dock Infantry holier than 9. And 1 the chanting rolls for Priest holier than 9. Cool. Damn, what a buff wagon this is. Super slow. So you pass out a 5 up ward on both turns. And you add 1 the save rolls for infantry around you. And you add 1 the chanting rolls. And you're a priest. Okay. I mean, you're a buff wagon, that's what you do. You pass out buffs. $350. Bloodwrack Medusa. Wizard 1. She's got that stare ability. She has the fight thing, but it doesn't come with a bonus. So it is bad. Hag Queen. Oh, the sippy cup. I remember this thing. She's a priest 1. 3 up, ward 5 up. Not exactly battle shock immune and +1 to wound on a 60 point unit, but or a 40 point for very briefly. Are you trying to give yourself a ward in this army, or do you just accept that you're super glass cannon and try to kill? I wonder. You probably try to kill, but maybe I'm wrong. Avatar of Khaine. It's got some big hits, 5 attacks, 3-3-2-3. If this unit charged, pick an enemy within 1. You have Rampage. Well, you don't have to resurrect them, or rather, you don't have to, or rather, they don't have to start as statues anymore, but they are giga fucking slow. Do they still cost nothing? No, now they cost a lot. Alright, fuck off. Slaughter Queen. On Cauldron of Blood. Oh, this is the one with the avatar on top, so he's got a Chapo sword. So it's got the save, it's got the chant. Once per turn army. 3 up, +1 attacks. Oh, that's good. That's great. Priest 1. Alright. Yeah, Slaughter Queen version is the best. It has a buff that's good. It costs the same as the other one. Cool. Okay. Big buff. +1 attacks randomly. +1 to save rolls. +1 to chanting. It's a priest, so it counts itself with that. 350 is a lot. I don't know how the points work out, but that's a decent buff wagon. And then there's Slaughter Queen on foot, which is a priest, and also has the bonus attack thing. Yeah, maybe I like that better. It's the same movement too. 150. So I get to keep the buff that I really want for 150 and I save 200 points? Yeah, probably. But maybe she just dies to everything and so you're afraid of that. I'm not sure. I do know one thing. That mask doesn't work. Hi, Gladiatrix. Paragon of S Laughter. Any combat phase. If this unit is in combat, pick a visible friendly Daughters of Khaine elf non-hero infantry. Add one of the Ren characteristic melee weapons. Cool. But only if this is in combat, huh? Man, I don't like how all of these tiny, unbelievably fragile, slow heroes are expected to be in combat and alive and stuff. I get that you're charging them both in. That is a little awkward. She automatically destroys heroes in combat. That's fucking hilarious. And she's like halfway decent at it. Kind of terrifying. The Duelist. Hi, Gladiatrix. Are you free? Yeah, for sure. 130, okay. Doomfire Warlocks. Ooh, they don't look good. They are wizards. When this unit uses the redeploy, if you roll 1 to 3, you can use a value of 4 instead. Cool. Cool. They have all the stuff now. 14, super fast. Doomfire. 150 for 5. And they have the inside out Thunder Tusk thing where if there's 10 of them, they do 6 mortals. Yeah, the horse's teeth. They got the chomps. They're chomping. These guys come free in every box of Doc forever because they've always been bad and looked bad. So everyone accidentally has them already. Pretend it's like a hero that's not a hero, right? And what this thing is it's a 150 point... Sorry. It's a 150 point hero that doesn't take up a hero slot. That hero is Wizard 1, has 15 health and a 14-inch move and a 5-up save. And like a bunch of stupid attacks and stuff and counts as a wizard. Just pretend that it's like a wizard hero, except it's not a hero and it's fat. Like they finally made it just having stats, like kind of these. Sisters of S Laughter with the knives. Okay. 33401. This unit can move 3. It can pass through the combat ranges of enemy units and can end that move in combat. Enemy combat phase only. anti-infantry rend. So this is with the knives. 10 for 130. You got 3 attacks, 3, 4, 0, 1. And if you cast all your buffs, they do a lot of damage. And then the Sisters of Slaughter with the bladed bucklers do 1 fewer attack. But they're at -1 to be hit. For combat attacks, okay. And then each time you make an unmodified save roll of 6, inflict 1 mortal damage. This never happens. This is the classic thing. When I take this, I don't roll a 6 the whole game, but other people might swear by it. I don't think I want to pretend like they won't just die to everything with this buckler thing. I just feel like you take the one with 1 more attack. Maybe I'm wrong. What about witch elves with blade bucklers? Kind of same thing. What about the ones with 3 attacks? So they have crit auto wound instead of anti-infantry rend. Or would you add 1 to rend if it charged at the same turn? Okay. So the difference is witch elves add 1 to rend if they charge. So they're 3, 3, 4, 1, 1 crit auto wound versus 3, 3, 4, 1, 1 against infantry. And they have the funny move. Their basic troops are kind of like boring and noodly. And then you put buffs on them to be good. And you can make a squad of 10 of them. And you can put 20 of them in there. 20 of them, huh? And then there's the bow snakes, who don't do mortals anymore. And then if they didn't use a move ability and they weren't set up, they auto wound on 5s instead of 6s. 18. Yeah, you're just rolling some dice. Crit auto wound feels pretty good when it's on a 4, right? Or impactful, I should say. And then the heart render is next instead of the other snakes, which is weird. These have barbed javelins. If this unit uses the shoot ability, can move d6. It cannot move into combat during any part of that move. Okay, any shooting phase as well. I think I like the shoot ones. 12 is pretty close though. They're just always going to be hit maybe, but I like Kinnerai as BT units, obviously. They're both pretty cheap. What about the other ones? Oh, after using a fight, you can actually d6, and if you roll a 4, sometimes you can maybe even get out of combat. If you were the one to charge. If your opponent charged, they could just pile in. Neat, okay. I don't value either of them like too terribly highly beyond deep striking and having a flying move and being able to BT and stuff. But I kind of like them. I would take the heart renders, I think. Even if this is kind of short range to matter. And then Blood Sisters. Only 2 attacks. 3, 4, 1, 2. Oh, crit mortal though, okay. Pick an enemy in combat with this unit of the target. Any combat phase. Die. Exceeds health characteristic. The target has strike last. For the rest of the turn. Oh shit. Okay. Very good. Blood Sisters, fun. 140 for 5. Any combat phase, opponent strike last. Crit mortals, 2 damage. Big snake. 8-inch move. What's not to like besides the save? And the control. A little bit of the cost. And some of the Melisai only stuff. I like him. Canaanite Shadow Stalkers. Look at these fucking cosplayers. Hey, alright. Some warband or whatever. Remove this unit from the battlefield. Yeah, your movement fairies teleport for free. Sure. Are you cheap? Canaanite Shadow Stalkers? Oh, you're really cheap. I like you better than Kinnerai, probably. You teleport every turn. Damn, I made fun of how, like, lame they look, but they're good. Yep. I like them. The price is right. And then, now we got these things. Age of Sigmar is easily your most watched content for a game that you have never played. Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Bloodrack Hyper. Pick an infantry hero in combat with it. So sometimes you can strike last, but only for an infantry hero. Damn, look how they massacred my boy. This thing used to kill heroes. Now it makes them fight last. I guess you can still magically hit with everything and just roll 6s, right? Blade of Wind. $12-inch move, though. 12-inch move, though. Heart of Fury. Oh, it's sort of a, you know, plop down a little defense for your glass cannons. Alright, neat. Daughters of Khaine. These guys, despite me making fun of how they look, are super good. Blood Sisters look fun. The little witchy elvy things don't, to me. Doomfires are better than they ever have been. High Gladiatrix being able to auto-kill a hero is funny, and she's free. Drop-wise. Slaughter Queen's buff is super good. Funny Lady has the hardest combo to set up in the book. But damn, it would be cool if it worked. Rolling an 8 for Mind Razor sounds annoying to me. Marathi Khaine is, or the Shadow Queen is, as always, super good and fun and looks great and invincible. But also really expensive, and you have to play her, so you're always building like a 1,300 point army. Which is fine if you really like her. And, you know, just like it. You get everything. You get prayer buffs, you get wizard buffs, you get spell buffs. Your artifacts and traits are like not fun. And your formations are kind of all over the place, and the thing they said they wouldn't be, but they are, so that's weird. And then you get the passive battle traits, and everybody can swing twice sometime. Hey. They can't score if they're dead. How fun does Doc look? Mixed, but seems good. Mixed, but seems good. Above Trogs, above Flesh Eater Courts. Below Stormcast. Yeah, you have the craziest monster in the game. A shitload of buffs that half of them will randomly work, maybe. Big snakes and stuff, double pylons, do a bunch of damage, die easily. Run and charge. Sounds cool. It's the standard, you know, that's what Doc is. She doesn't change too much, but they found a formula that you can live with, or watch your guys die to. Anyway, put them in mixed but seems good. Dude, I think there's only 4 indexes left, and then we can have fun on stream again. Remember fun? Anyway, thanks for sticking around. Speaking of, I appreciate it. As my camera has just died. Nope, we're back. Alright, camera's back. Anyway, chat, thanks for watching. I'm working on YouTube videos in the background now. Now that big work is mostly cooling down. So if anyone here likes my YouTube videos that I upload once every 4 years, I got a few of them in the tank. It's almost been 4 years. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the subs and the bits and the primes. I will see you possibly for an impromptu stream this week if I simply can't help myself and have to big walk to the armory, brother. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching.